just stay here? Thank you. Okay, come here. Oh. Come on now, big guy. Gotta tighten the cinches. You still holding her? There's no way that's tight enough. That's not how normal looks. And I don't think you've gained any weight. You're still my fluff butt. My big marshmallow. Oh, whatever, it'll be fine. Silly boy. Ooh. Good. Stand. Stand. Back. Good boy. Who? Yes, you're a good boy. Good job, big guy. Left stirrup feels weird. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's icy. Don't try to try it. You'll slip. Good boy. I'm gonna stay over here until it's time to turn. Alright, we're good to turn. Watch your step, big guy. It's icy. Very nice. Time to put some gloves on. Hello. There's some deer that have been using your trail. What do you think about that, big guy? I just heard a baby deer or something. It's not that way, it's over there. Not that we'll be able to spot it. We're too dang good at camouflage. Alright, so today I wanted to make this video because I can't really trot or lope or anything because it's icy. So I wanted to use this time to do an update. That's weird, there's hoof prints going that way. There's no trail there. I wonder if a horse got loose. Anyway. This update. What are they doing? Ooh, it's elk. Take it easy. That's my boy. Okay, guess I'll give an update here in a minute. Well, that's fun. Easy. You're not joining them, you silly boy. I don't see elk out here too often. It's normally a deer scaring you. Try to give you a heads up about them. Oh, I'm sure we'll be running into them again here in just a minute. Okay, well anyway, let's give a couple different updates. I have a couple of videos in progress. Honestly, I have like, I don't know, probably up to 10 videos to edit, but for some reason, only 2 or 3 of them are actually on the GoPro's card, so I can't, edit the other ones. I tried editing yesterday and getting it posted, getting one of the ones that I have posted, but so many complications with the laptop. And then, of course, when my dad got home, I got reminded that I do, in fact, have a second laptop that I could have used. And I really should have thought of that, but I didn't. And so I'm working on it, I promise. I am trying. I have some really nice videos that I want to get posted. I even have some videos that I started editing, but my brother's a self-taught photographer, and he uses our laptop to edit photos, which means my card gets removed, and I don't really know how to download videos onto the laptop. I just know how to get them on the laptop, if that makes sense. Like, put the card in, and now you have them and all that. So yeah, all that got deleted. Hours of editing gone. It's fine. I can restart. I don't really have much to do anyway. And no, that's not sarcasm. Update number 2. Sounds like the idea of us moving to Texas is still a possibility, which is awesome, because that's really where I want to go. Texas, Kentucky, anywhere like that. Warm, but kind of like a ranch farm style place. And the cities are kind of scattered, so you don't really have to worry about them too much. That's where I want to be. And Texas has a lot of heat, and I enjoy the heat. Humidity is something I'm pretty used to. Heat with humidity I'm not entirely used to, but I'll get there. I don't exactly sweat much anyway, which I'm assuming is some kind of a health problem, so who knows, it might help me out anyway. So I'll try to keep you guys updated on that, but I wasn't even aware that it was still an option until probably about 30 minutes ago. Because we ended up having to, I think I said in one of my other videos, that we had to buy my grandmother's house from her to get him. That kind of sounded like disappointment. That's not how I meant that. I'm happy I have him. Not happy with how we got him, but you know what? I have him, and it's good enough. Plus, we're working on making this whole situation benefit us. Jack's doing great. Right now he's a little bit anxious because he hasn't been out here on these trails for a little while. There's snow. There's a whole lot of hoof prints everywhere from deer and elk, and some maybe even from horses and other stuff. Well, not stuff, critters. So he's doing good. He's also a little bit bothered by the fact that I'm talking and not talking to him. You're a good boy. My brother and I have made a Twitch account, that streaming place a streaming app, whatever it is. It's called The Two Holidays. And to be perfectly honest, it's just to try and help make more money, because neither of us have jobs right now or driver's license. We're working on it. I have an appointment in January. Wish me luck. But I have this YouTube channel, I have a TikTok, I have an Instagram that, if you follow me on Instagram, I'm really, really sorry. I tend to forget that that thing even exists. I'm on Instagram a lot, so I don't mean Instagram itself, I mean my account. Because I have 2 accounts on there, so I have my personal one, and then I have my one for the same reason I have my YouTube channel. I also have Twitter and my own Twitch account. And like I said, I won't lie, I just have all these not for fun. It's for trying to make money. Sounds selfish, I know, but I'm trying to have fun with it. I mean, of course, like today, I can't really do things that a lot of people would consider fun. I have fun just being out here with my horse. So I'm still having a good time, and I hope you guys are having a good day, but that's what, 4, 5, maybe 6 updates. Another one, Princess has decided to stop being antisocial and is beginning to want my attention again. It's been about 5 or so months since she's last come up to me asking for ear scratches and a butt massage. So it's been a great last 2 days. I won't make you walk through that, buddy. That's too cold. I won't do that. The idea of breeding her is still up in the air, and if I can get this account to grow fast enough, I would absolutely love to use the money from it to help out with breeding Princess, because she's a big, beautiful, sweet girl. She is a rescue, but I'm almost entirely confident that nothing would make her happier in this life than to have a foal, which is what I want to get her. And it's not exactly going to be cheap. The cheapest part about it is literally the stud. We found one, well, we know one, really. Well, I haven't met him, but I know the trainer that owns him. And his name is Pocket Full of Whiskey. Looks like an awesome boy. He's, I'm sorry for saying so many times. There's my brain's in every single direction. So give me time. Not time. Whatever. Anyway, he's a quarter horse. He's 15.2 hands tall, I do believe. He's strong, super sweet, and reliable, it seems, which Princess is. She's loving and very, very sweet. She is not super reliable, nor is she strong. She's also anywhere from 13 to 17 years old, so we haven't found anyone who can give us a super close answer. The closest we've gotten so far is 14 to 16, but I'm still going for 13 to 17 because, well, she could be anywhere in that. Knowing that she's still young enough to breed is nice, though. And I'm going to loop back to this update. Tori is potentially being sold. So, I don't know, if you live in Oregon, go ahead and drop it in the comments if you want him. Or an update, not an update, a video about him, talking about him, I can do that. But if you live in Oregon, or I guess, anywhere close and you're willing to travel, because we don't exactly have time to travel to drop him off to you. He's a super sweet boy, and you will absolutely love him, I promise. He's trained for Western, but he can do much more, I'm sure of it. He'd be a really good all-around horse. But we're looking to sell him for maybe $5,000. He's such a good boy. I'm honestly trying to convince my dad to put him up for $6,000. Drop him down to $5,000 if it doesn't work out. But he's so good, and we put so much money into his training that we will be making no money from selling him at all. But to loop back to Princess, I asked my dad, and he said maybe, so I'm not going to get my hopes too high, that if we manage to sell Tori by spring, which he's such a sweet boy, I don't see how we couldn't. It's all about getting good pictures with him, honestly, and getting someone who's willing to come out here. And I'd like to use some of the money from selling him to go towards getting Princess checked by a vet, thoroughly examined to see if she is safe to breed. And I think that's going to cost around $900 to $1,000, I think it was. The stud is only $800. And then, of course, there's all the appointments to get the foal checked on, which I'm probably not going to do the recommended amount, which is nearly every month, it seems. I'm probably going to go for every 2 to 3 months to get the baby checked on, just because I'm not rich. Watch your step, boy. There's trash. That's a good boy. Ooh, that's icy. Take it nice and easy, big guy. Very nice. Good boy. But don't try to trot. That'll kind of... Yeah, do that. It'll wreck the purpose of being gentle and careful. Stay in the middle. There you go. But if I can get her to... If she's still capable of having babies, safe to breed and all that, then I will definitely let you know if we follow through with it. I'm super excited that there's even still an opportunity. So, yeah. Oh, there's a bumper. How wonderful. Don't worry about the bumper. Just go around it. Good boy. Ooh, scary. Hey, it has a license plate on it. But of course, there's all the appointments that we'll have to do when the foal is born to make sure it's sound and all that, which honestly I might wait a little while to even bother with that, because I don't want that foal having any bad experiences for a while. I mean, it's gonna end up having bad experiences, and I've never raised a foal before, but Jack here was hand raised, and we made a lot of mistakes with that, so I have learned from the sidelines. I've watched a lot of videos, I've done a lot of research. The trainer I mentioned earlier, she breeds, and she trains foals and all that, so I have done my research, I promise. And I've learned that there's a certain way I seem to really appreciate when it comes to training a foal. So I'm going to do it that way, which honestly isn't the way that my trainer does it. Well, she's not my trainer. I'm sorry. The trainer we use. I'm not going to do the way she does, because she doesn't really touch the foals at all until they're 2 years old, I think, is what she said. Like maybe halter break them and all that. But honestly, I'd like to halter break the baby before it even becomes a problem. As fast as possible. And be as handsy with that baby as possible. And I've even done some research, and there's some people who like to touch the baby all over, and they'll wrap their arms around, gently of course, where the cinch goes, and just hug the foal from there for a while, right there, and then on the foal's neck. And then just occasionally put like a bag or something on the foal's back, and it just apparently makes it a lot easier when saddle breaking them. And I have a really light kid saddle, and I have a ton of other saddles, and if one of those saddles don't fit that foal, I'm gonna be shocked. Honestly, I will be. But so, if you watch this video, if you could share it, I think I've said this before, I really don't like to. I don't like saying the whole like, share, subscribe, whatever else, leave a comment, because it just seems pushy to me. But with the goal that I have in mind, I actually really need you to. Like when all these people with over a million subscribers are like, please like, share, and subscribe, it's a big help. But a big help with what? You're already getting a ton of money from YouTube. I don't get it. Why do you need more? Just if you're using all that money that fast, then are you really using it effectively? But I will be using it as effectively as I can. And I actually tried on TikTok yesterday to go live, but I only have 25 followers on there, so I couldn't. I forgot that you have to wait till you're at 50. I recommend you get back to the center jack. But do as you please. Yep, you're gonna slide until you listen. So he chooses to continue. Go over there. Good boy. And we're back to the ice. You are such a goofy boy. You know, for being a horse that's terrified of ice, it's shocking that you would rather be on the ice than where I put you. But, whatever. But I promise you, if and when we sell Tori, we will make sure that he gets to a good home. And if you leave a comment saying that you want him, I'll give you my number, or just a phone number you can use, whatever. Just a way you can contact me and we will talk. I can show you videos. Well, I can already show you videos of him. We're on YouTube. But if you go back and some of my other videos, like, I think my last video, maybe? No, that one was for Jack. No, the one I was trying to edit yesterday was about Tori. Well, when I get that video posted, you'll see how smoothly he slopes. And if you go to my shorts, you can see it there too. He's super smooth, so sweet. He's such a goofball. Like, if you get him one of those big yoga balls and a big cover for it, you will have such a fun time watching him. I know I do. And he enjoys a jolly ball on occasion. And he's not food motivated. He's really not. If you gain his trust, love, all that, and you give him a bowl of grain, he'll grab a bite, and he'll come back to you. He really doesn't care. Meanwhile, Jack will pin his ears at you, and Princess will run away from you. So, he's definitely different than what I've been used to for a little while now. It's getting too dark for my sunglasses. I'll put them right here. Walk however feels best for you, big guy. But there's that update. The lady we bought him from said to let her know if we end up deciding to sell him, and she'll help though she lives a couple hours away from us, so I don't know if her help's going to be too helpful. It also might be because she is experienced in selling horses, as I am not. So I'll probably contact her. We did try to sell him to our trainer, but she didn't respond. So I don't know what's up with that. But she seemed to really, really like him. She really liked Tori, and she really loved Cactus Jack. I mean, every time we went there to see Jack, or Tori, for that matter, all we heard the entire time was, he's awesome. I mean, the first week he was here, yeah, I wanted to put a bullet in his head because he was such a problem, which is the whole reason why we dropped him off there, is because we couldn't do it anymore. We couldn't find a way to get past his problems. But she loves troublesome horses, so we're like, go for it. We can't do it, you do it. And she did. I mean, look at him now. I used to not be able to walk him because we'd walk, he'd end up trotting, and then we'd end up at a full lope, nearly just making a run for it. And then he starts bucking, and rearing, and kicking, and biting, and charging. He was extremely dangerous to be around. I've had a couple people tell me that Jack would never dare hurt me because he loves me so much. I'm like, I think you only say that because you weren't on my OSET team. You didn't see what they got to see. I mean, on my OSET team, they seen him be pretty bad. Not at his worst, but pretty bad. Well, the first year, he was pretty much at his worst. And then over the summer, I got him to be pretty good. He was almost as reliable as he is now. He was doing awesome. And then winter hit and something changed. It was like someone flipped the switch. And he was super angry. And would rather burn the whole world down than do anything else. So it was challenging. And then after all that hard work to get it so I could safely lope him, which I couldn't say lope, I had to say something else because lope sounds like nope, and every time I said nope, he would stop and restart. I unintentionally trained him to do that. But when we went back to OSET, he was doing pretty good for the first practice, but I could tell something was seriously off. So I tried to work on him with it, and it seemed like it was very slowly getting worse, and then one day he snapped. He started bucking again and causing a bunch of chaos. I could sit it better, but it's like what Clint Anderson says, if the horse still wants to buck with you on it, then you never should have gotten on it. If you're in his class and the horse bucks, you get an F regardless. Whether you sat it or fell off, because the horse still bucked. Don't walk on that, goof. You're being such a good boy. And I'm sure you guys have noticed, I'm not really telling him to do anything, other than, of course, like that, not to eat. Because, well, when walking on icy trails, it's kind of all up to his footing, so I let him move where he's got to go. He's afraid of ice, so he doesn't really step on it too much. So he picks the better path. But I do still appreciate it if you stay on the trail. Good boy. Oh, yeah, I'm sure you guys might be wondering what I plan to do with the foal if I end up breeding Princess. Nice and easy, big boy. Very nice, good boy. If it's a mare, I'd really like to keep her around and continue to breed her. But I'd also really like to compete with her, which of course you could do both. So if it's a mare, I'm gonna wait until I know her well enough to decide that. Just what her personality seems like, because of course some horses are naturally born athletes and others are really good at parenting. Others are really bad at it. Some are good with other horses. Some are very much not. And some horses are just not fit for you or me in this situation. So it all depends on how that goes. So far I have more experience with geldings. So if it's a boy, I don't remember how old they have to be before you can get them gelded. But until he's old enough to be gelded, I'm gonna wait to decide if I think he's trainable as a stallion. And if I can leave him as a stallion, I would love that, because you can make a lot more money off of a stallion than you can a gelding, in my opinion. That's a lot of ice. This might not be too fun. So we're gonna wait on that. Do I plan to sell or not? Like I just said, it all really depends on what the baby's like. If it's one that's a natural born learner. Jack, this is dangerous. Yeah, thank you for that. Good boy. But if it's a natural born learner, it's curious all the time. It wants to learn. It wants more knowledge. Like, it's hungry for knowledge, practically. And all that, then I will most definitely keep it. But if I cannot, then I'll raise it up to the best of my ability and it will be sold. I don't want you walking right here. There is too much trash over here that I can no longer see. Thank you. Steady, big boy. Good boy. I know, that was spooky, huh? No, let's stay over here. You can walk to the trees. Come down here. Watch your step. But it all really depends on the foal. So I know Princess is pretty weak-minded, but very loving and very motherly. Like, I sit in the pasture, well, when she's interested in being near me. She's very, very motherly. She stands over me and protects me from Jack and Tori, and then absolutely wants nobody near me. And she's also very good. She got spooked. Watch your step. Take it easy. But she's just very passionate when it comes to being a mother. And then Pocket Full of Whiskey, which I'm just going to call him Whiskey, is, like I said, very strong-minded, a determined horse, and seems awesome, in my opinion. And for such a low price, who wouldn't take it? She actually, to get his name out there, the trainer, that is, went and did a, what are they called? Like a drawing, where you put your name in and your name gets drawn and you win and all that. She did that. And we weren't entirely sure about all the rules, like how many people you could put in, like just one per family or what? Easy. So we put 2 in. Well, I think it was actually 3. Me, my dad, and my grandmother. But apparently we could have put in more. If we knew that, we would have. We would have put the whole family in there. Which seems unfair, I know. But getting to breed your horse for free? Awesome. I know you're getting antsy. We're almost done. Don't worry about it. You're doing so good, big guy. So good. We're gonna take a shorter way, but based on how the straight road looks, I'm assuming that one is not gonna look too much better. Could be wrong, but I don't know. Well, this right here is kind of chunky, so you got to grip. And we're gonna leave it. Whatever. Oh yeah, if you could put in the comments if you're subscribed or not, I would love that. If you're subscribed, I would love to say hi and say thank you. I know my dad's subscribed. I know my brother is. I think my stepmom is. And maybe even my mother. But if you want to jump in there and say, hey, I'm subscribed, I'd love to have the chance to say hi. I don't even know if I'm going to put any music on this video. Honestly, I don't know many songs. I really don't. If you guys have any songs you'd like to see in my videos, go ahead and put them in the comments because I really don't know what to put in my videos. I don't listen to music all that often. I just ride in silence. I mean, listen how quiet it is. Other than his noisy feet, there's not much to hear. And I like that. It's so nice and quiet. And I'm pretty used to being in a... Well, not really. I used to live somewhere super nice and quiet. And everything was so nice. It's really easy to live there. Mentally, I guess you could say. And then we moved, and honestly, I won't lie, I absolutely hated my life. Though I'm sure everyone gets to a point like that at some point. But just some things in my life changed, and life sucked. 2 years later, we moved here. And it's not quite noisy, but it can be very, very irritating at times. It can be irritating, hard to want to live here, but my dad's been super nice and I hope he's still willing to do this. I mean, so far it seems like it. But he's letting me live with him until I have enough money to do what I want. Or at least a good enough start. Because I'm wanting, for when I move out, my first place to be a house that I own. Because my goal is to have a horse ranch before I'm 30. Which I know is a challenging goal. Especially when I barely even have $2,000 in my bank account. But I'll get there. I will get there, especially once this YouTube channel takes off, and once I manage to post a video on TikTok that manages to do good enough and get me enough followers and all that. And then my Twitter, I was up to like 240 followers on Twitter, but they got rid of all the bots and now I'm at 15. Just 15, that's it. So, it's been rough. If I remember, I'll link my my TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch, both of the Twitch accounts in the description. So if you want those, put those there. Or I'll put those there, sorry. Jack, I recommend putting your head straight. Thank you. Stupid throat. I must be starting to get sick. But if I can manage to get my ranch before I'm 30, I will probably be able to die happily. unless I end up giving myself another goal, which I most likely will. As soon as I get close to my goal and I find a property and on my way to get there, like driving there with my horses and all that, I probably will set up another goal because I'm always trying to look slightly ahead. Easy. That way I always have something to strive for. Where are we going? Well, as long as we think it's safer, which it is. But we're not going to go wandering. This way. Thank you. But the more you do, like the more people you share this to and tell to subscribe, like they don't have to hit the bell. They don't ever have to watch my videos. I'd appreciate if they would. Would you please walk? Thank you. But the faster I can get to my goal. And if I can get to my goal, one of the, I guess, end goals of it is to make my ranch so successful that I'll even have a couple extra horses that I can do like week-long trail rides for people. Like you register, I don't know, a couple months ahead or something like that. Easy. And I help you pick out a horse for your ride. And then I'll give you a tour guide. And I'll take you around the property. Let's see if I can even get enough land. I'd love it if I had enough land to do that. But with how things have been looking, well, I don't want to be pulling on you, but you're not listening. This way. If I could do that, that'd be really fun. I know you've got energy, but until the ground thaws out, we can't really do anything about it. So, saddle your brain. Calm down, big boy. Suck a boy. Watch your step. Very nice. Good boy. I'm just hoping we don't suddenly find a hole. I'm trying to keep an eye out for him. We're almost there. Easy. That's my boy. Good job. Let's go a little bit wide here. Good job. Easy. Come on. Oh. Back. Stand. Doesn't look too bad, but that one looks better. Hey. Ooh. No. Back up. Back up. Come on, back up. Thank you. We'll go this way. I was thinking about going that way, but not if it's going to be a safety hazard, big boy. What was I saying? I don't remember. There's a car going off that trail that we were just on. Yep. Easy. Come on. You know that there's no trotting allowed. Yeah, you would have been better off staying in the middle, bud. There's so many paw prints everywhere. There must be some loose dogs out here. Boy. If you would have stayed over there where I put you, you wouldn't be slip and sliding. Silly boy. You'd be safer if you just the middle. Go to the middle. That's not the middle. And that's a tree. Go over here. Good boy. Good job. Bless you. There was a dog that was so light it didn't even go through the ice. Or the snow, I mean. There's some nice light brown paw prints back there. From the dirt, of course. And they're just on the surface. You know, we'd both be happy if you'd go to the middle. Good boy. Go back to the center, please. Good boy. Why must you keep coming over here? I'm kinda tired of getting hit by branches. Thank you. No, we don't need to do that. Go to the center. Would you stop going over here? It's not benefiting either of us. Oh boy. Easy, please. No, that's even more dangerous. Stay down. Easy. There was a cat. Did you see it? It's starting to get dark. We'll go down Riverland. I'm shocked the GoPro's still alive.